So next to the stage, we've got, when I was putting the brands together as in who's going to be together with whom, quite often the brands were talking about similar things. And the commonality between these two brands is that I am personally big fans of their products and have bought them. Now that might not seem that interesting, but it is, because we are totally inundated here with D2C brands. We see so many products every month at Bulk Digital, and there's not that many where you actually, and then when I go out and look at brands on Facebook or whatever that market to me, I'm always a bit skeptical because I know they're probably trying to get me to add to cart so they can retarget me with a discount code. So for both the brands, which obviously then makes me not buy from them because I'm way too sophisticated in this market, but for both the brands coming up now, these are brands that didn't market to me until I found them and then bought their products based on purely on the merit of the product. So I was super excited to have both of you come to stage. Nick James, who's the founder of Bedfolk. Who's bought from Bedfolk before? Anyone? Yes, see? And Alex Wright, the creator and founder of Dashwater. Welcome, guys.
Thanks.
Let's just put this here. Nick, do you want to move your chair to here? And if you bring this one over to here. And just grab that mic. Oh, there's a lot of stuff on this chair. There you are. Brilliant. Right, do you want to... Alex, do you want to grab this seat?
Perfect. Can everybody hear me? Brilliant.
Brilliant. So, Alex, let's start with you. Dashwater, a 4-year-old brand, which you are actually going to demonstrate to us how tasty it is.
Guys.
You sell 11,000 cans of this every day through your D2C website. Just tell us a bit about it and how you started. Oh, the other thing is you've taken 37% market share in that time of the seltzer category, which you brought over to the UK from the US. So do you want to tell us a bit about how you started the brand?
Thanks for the introduction, and hello everybody today. So I'm Alex from Dash, and we started the business about 4.5 years ago. And it was for a very simple reason that my co-founder and I, we both came from farming backgrounds. So myself from West Sussex and Jack from Shropshire. And we would see firsthand that on the farms themselves, about 30% of fruit and veg would go to waste every year. So 1 in 3 vegetables just wouldn't make consumer plates. And so we wanted to do something about it and upcycle this fruit and veg to create it into a product that meant that it wouldn't go to waste. And at the same time, when we were looking at different products to upcycle it into, we just looked up and down beverage chillers across the country, and they were just filled with sugar-laden and artificial ingredients. And so we thought, why can't we create a product that doesn't have any of the bad stuff and none of the sugar or the sweetener, whilst upcycling this fruit and veg that would go to waste? So that was the concept. Fast forward 4.5 years, we have a very omni-channel sales strategy, which I think we'll come on to later. And online we sell about 11,000 cans every day, both via our website and via Amazon, which accounts for about half of our total net sales, and then we're also in about 7,000 stores globally. In terms of our subcategory, which is the seltzer category, and that's defined as flavored sparkling water without sugar or sweetener, we are the lead brand with 37% share of total value sales. So that's a little bit about Dash.
So, Alex, you have, obviously Dash is a funded brand. You've raised £6 million to date. You have the most impressive lineup of investors. When we spoke before, you talked about having the best heads in your tent, which I thought was a great analogy. Do you want to share with the people here today who are your investors, and then how did you find them? Like, how did you get such a great roll call of value-add investors into Dashwater?
It's a good question. I think with I would love to say that a lot of the investors who have come to us, some have, but I would say the majority have been us actively looking for best-in-class investors in order to add value to our business. My co-founder and I, Jack, we're first-time founders. I set up the business when I was 24 years old, so pretty young. And exactly what we were trying to do was to fill our small tent with the best heads possible. And so we actively looked to approach some people like John Ayton, who started Links of London, Sam Goulsworthy, who started Sipsmith Gin, Logan Plant, who started Beavertown Brewery, and a few other value adds, great angel investors. And from there, we've then added a couple of small VCTs along the way. We have had a few investors that are approached us that we've accepted to come on board. One of which I think I was telling Tash last week. When we launched in the UK in Selfridges back in 2017, there was a lovely American chap who, it was 2 weeks after we launched in Selfridges, his wife picked up a can of Dash and texted Jack, my co-founder. We had our mobile phone numbers still on the website at that time, and his wife gave the can to this chap called Brad. He was an ex-director of Fiji Water. He said on text to Jack at 12 o'clock at night, I go back to the US in 2 days' time. Let's meet tomorrow because I've been looking for a product like this to invest in the UK because the category's exploded in the UK, in the US. And so from then on, he was our first ever investor. So there were sort of lots of roundabout ways about getting investors, but that's one of them.
Was some of them literally emailing people who you wanted to invest? Were some of those routes to getting them? Phoning them, stalking them?
Less cold, more introductions, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. One of the other things we've talked about, Alex, is that you're a B Corp business and you believe that's been one of the most profound things, and your approach to sustainability has been one of the most profound things you've done for the success of Dashwater. Can you share some more about that and how you know that it's made the difference that it has?
Hands up who's heard of B Corp?